Welcome to the 28th Angle podcast, where your host, Shelley,
Victoria,
and Heather
are here to hang out, have some fun, and share our different perspectives on a variety of topics. So let's get into it. Hey guys!
hey.
Happy Wednesday!
Yep. We appreciate all the support everyone's been giving us since our first episode. Everybody's been so amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody and all the follows and hope you guys continue to listen and like and let us know. So, I started watching a new show that was on called Extracted. And so I got these two into watching it, and so I had some questions. But first off, I just want you guys to know that we're not going to give any kind of spoilers, and we're not gonna like talk about the show. We're not gonna, nothing about that. So we just it's a fun show to watch, and it's about it's like you bring you and two others and you go out into the wilderness, and it's like extreme conditions, and you got to figure out, who's going out to survive, and then the other two stay in what they call an HQ, headquarters, obviously. And the only way you're able to come out of the wilderness is if your friends or family or whoever you brought with you that's in the headquarters extracted you out. So that's why it's called Extracted. So anyways, a fun conversation that I thought would be cool is to see if we can talk about, would you go and do a show like this? And if you would, who would you bring and why?
That's a great topic.
I think it would be hard for me to actually accept doing a show like that, because I know how I get without food and being cold. I'm not good cold. I guess if I had to bring somebody, though, I'd probably bring my husband. And maybe you, Heather?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I don't know.
Okay.
Shelley, I think you'd worry about me too much, and you just extract me when I would say, Shelley, extract me, and I'd be gone. So
that's true. That is true.
So I love you, but I'm not gonna let you be that person. Because I feel like I'd say many times, like, get me out of here, extract me, I'm ready, let's go.
I'm done, I want food.
I'm hungry. I'm cold.
Yeah, that's true, you would.
Wayne said that if I ever took him on a show like that, me and him would have to have a special word that I would have to say, because he's like, do I do it? Does she really want me to do it? Or does she not really want me to do it? I don't know. He's like, I'd be afraid of extracting you, and then you're mad at me for extracting you, or I wouldn't extract you and be mad at me for not extracting you. And I'm like, that's true. I could see that going either way. So he's like, we would need a safe word for me to actually extract you. So
that's true. I think there are many people that would probably come up with something of that nature. Yeah. Shelley, what about you?
I was actually talking to Tony about this last night. I honestly think that I would take him, my husband, because he kind of is the Boy Scout. Like, honestly, he's like, we've got all these preparations if power outages and stuff like that. So I think he would be like, oh, I think she needs this in her crate or whatever. And
I do think Wayne would be good at that too. So,
and I think I would bring my dad, because my dad knows outdoor stuff. Like, he would be like, well, I think she needs this to make a fire or whatever. I think that's who I would bring. But honestly, guys, I don't think I would do it.
You'd never go out there.
I don't like cold. I'd rather, well, so I don't like the cold, even though I'm from Canada. Unless I have blankets.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I know. If I'm, have all these blankets and stuff like that, and I need food. If I don't have food, I get grumpy.
Same.
Um, so yeah, maybe I'd be like send. I don't know. Maybe I could be on somebody's team and help them. But yeah, I'd probably pull them out real quick though, because I'd be like, they want to come out. I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, look at her. She's
Yeah,
suffering.
that's
There's
why
so
I
much
wouldn't
money
pick
on the
you.
line.
I know, but I'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna walk away. I'll go sit outside, let her suffer. She knows what she's getting into, but we know like that's
Suffer.
not me. So
You would think about
yeah,
it the whole time you were out
I would.
there.
I'd be so stressed out.
You'd be probably crying, honestly.
Oh yes, I would
you'd
be crying for
you'd be
sure.
so stressed you'd be crying about it. Like
The camera would always be on me. They'd be like, "That girl cries all the time." I'd be crying probably for the people that are on opposing
you don't
teams.
even know
Like,
the
oh my
strangers there.
god, she's look at her, extract her, guys, come on. You know, yeah, maybe it wouldn't be a good show for me to actually be in the HQ. But what about you, Heather?
I think that I think that I would definitely attempt to go on a show like that, but knowing in advance, I feel like I would train myself, as I feel like some people don't. I don't know. At least to
Yeah,
know how to like start a fire or something, you know?
I told
yeah,
Wayne
Um
I
sure.
would be like Googling the crap out of everything like that
yeah,
before I left.
exactly. I would at least learn some things before I left. As far as who I'd take, I think that I would definitely take Aaron. Um I had this conversation with my daughter and I told her that I would bring Aaron for my well-being. Like he would be like the person for my well-being. Like, you know what, she
Yeah.
really needs to come out. Let's go ahead and pull her out type thing. But I know how tough he is already, so I wouldn't be concerned that he would do it early.
Too soon?
Honest,
Yeah.
I would literally be like deathbed out there and he'd be like, "You know what? Let's come on. Let's just get her out."
Fine, I guess.
Um, I I I really couldn't figure out another person to bring. I would want whoever I brought to be
Strong.
like like you said, like your dad who knows like how to
Yeah.
survive in the wilderness and how to survive like knows what I need as far as that goes. Like I mean, yeah, I guess I could bring like my sister or somebody, but you better be googling the crap out of things of how to make me survive out there too.
Well, I mean, I do live with Wayne. He was in the military. They get trained on a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, they do actually.
That's where
No,
Wayne knows all his knowledge. So,
that's
Yeah.
true. I guess I didn't think about stuff like that, but yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
So I have another question actually, you know, since we're talking about a show like that. Survivor. Okay? Would you actually go on you know, I've been telling Victoria that she needs to go on Survivor. I think and then she needs to go on Survivor and then bring me for family day.
That's the only time Shelly wants to
That's the only
go.
time. So I can like give Jeff a big hug and be like, "Oh my god," you know.
It's just for Jeff, really. That's what she's saying.
But would you go on Survivor, Heather? Like, I wouldn't be able to handle Survivor, but would you go on Survivor?
I don't think so, and I only say that because of the challenges. I think the being out in the wilderness and like surviving, I think that I could do. I think the no water would is really what would hurt
Yeah.
me more. But
Yeah.
in Survivor, you get water. You have
Right.
water in
Yeah,
Survivor.
that's true.
So I'd be
But yeah, it's
okay
very
in in the wilderness. It would be the challenges that I would fail at. So
yes.
I don't. I think in that aspect of things, no, I don't think I would.
I think the challenges are what makes me think about, oh, I probably wouldn't do it. But I do know right before I got pregnant with Bashan, there was like tryouts or whatever you want to call it, right? Not far from me. And I thought I really did think about going. And then I found out I was pregnant and well, there went that.
That would have been so awesome.
So
Oh my
I do
god.
think I would do Survivor just because I think socially I'd be really good at it and logic I would be really good at on it, but the challenges would scare me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For real.
The challenges would be hard.
Yeah.
So if we want to talk about questions like that, I have a question for you guys then. So, would you spend a year in a room alone with no communication to the outside world for $1 million?
A whole year?
A whole year.
Like, would you
in a
have?
room. You could bring whatever you came in with, as long as it doesn't have any connections to the outside. So books, DVDs, journals,
Will you have food and
music,
snacks?
all the food
Well,
and snacks you want. Yeah, all the food and snacks you want.
and you're by yourself.
And it's served to you. Yeah.
Oh, so it's served to us, so we would have some.
No, it'd just be like under a door,
Oh,
like prison.
through a little food hole.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Can't
could
talk
do
to them.
it. I'm such a social butterfly. I think I would go crazy after not being able to talk to somebody for like a couple of days.
A
Honestly,
couple of days.
I need my social interactions with
But
people
for $1 million, I would do it.
for a whole year.
Yeah, I would. I would.
I can't.
I would
If
just
it was
want like
for 1 month, I
gym
could.
equipment and healthy food. I
Oh
would
my god.
literally take that year to get healthy, get my body how I wanted it to be, like
That's
focus
true.
on something else
Yeah.
other than you're stuck in here with no outside communication. Like that's what I would do. So yeah, I would for sure.
I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I think because I'm such a social person, I think I would have a really hard time, even though it's $100.
It's
I
funny
don't
I
know.
mean,
because my answer is kind of like in between that. I would 100% do it. I would surely try. For $1 million, I would definitely try. But I said like I think after a month I would notice my depression kicking in, and
Yeah.
then it would be like, is it really worth it if I'm going to be really depressed? Like,
yeah,
so
I almost said that. I almost said that after a while it would probably kick in and be like, dang.
because I would sleep a lot, and I feel like sleeping a lot helps depression make it worse, and so that would be
Yeah.
my worry. But I think I'd still try it. So then Wayne popped in. So what if you got one visitor for 1 hour, one time a month? And I
Oh, well,
said,
then for
sign me
sure.
up.
Well,
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah, I
okay.
would
sign me up.
I think I would like for 1 hour you said,
1 hour, one time a month.
and it could be anybody we want.
Anybody you want.
Yeah, I think maybe I'd be able to do it if we'd be talking. I would be talking. They would be listening.
Just a lot of talking.
Oh gosh. I think I'd definitely be okay if that was the case. I'd be able to
Yeah.
survive. Like without a doubt, I'd be able to survive with something like
If I
that.
had the snacks and the food and the drinks and some type of entertainment, whether it's video games, I don't know, internet. Yeah, and that one person to talk to once a month.
Yep.
So,
I might be able to do it.
so it's kind of funny because one of my questions kind of go along with that. So, for $1 million, would you go a full year without a phone, internet, or a TV?
But you can have people.
Yeah.
Can Shelly talk to somebody?
That's what we're getting at. If I can have the people, if I can have the people to talk
Then
to,
the answer is yes.
I can go without a phone, a computer, internet, whatever.
So
I lived
no
in
computer.
the 90s. I lived in the 90s, guys. We had no computers back then.
Yep. A full year without your phone, any kind of internet, or TV.
Yep.
So
Can you have a
books.
projector? Books?
Radios?
Well, I would have I would always have somebody to talk to, so we play board games and
420.
stuff.
Just yeah, 420.
420.
So only one person?
No, I'm just saying he lives with you. So
Oh.
Wait, Shelly's we're limited to one. I'm changing my mind. For $1 million?
how else would you call us, Shelly? I mean, you'd have to literally, I guess, drive over to us. So, I mean, yeah, you could.
You'd be in the house with me, I thought. You guys would do this with me.
No. No, nothing's changing about where we live. You're just not having a phone, internet, or TV.
So you're going
Yes.
through everyday life like you do now, just with no phone, no internet.
And I can't talk to you guys? What?
Well, how
gotta
would
drive
you?
over to our house?
Okay, I would do it. I would do it for $1 million.
For
You
$1 million?
For $1 million.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
same.
Yep.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd read a lot.
Yeah, I'd have a
Okay,
stack of
so-
books.
I have a question
Yes.
for would you would you do a year where you have to wear, would you do a year where you have to wear socks on your hands as gloves for an entire year? You have to have socks on your hands
Like all the time
all the time.
for $1 million.
Except for when you go, no, there's no, yeah, maybe, yeah, for $1 million.
For a year, you said?
For a year. Maybe you
I
could
mean,
take them off when you go to
probably.
the bathroom.
I'm gonna say it'd be so annoying.
It would be really
Like-
annoying. But logically, I'd be like, I have questions. Like, I need my hands to work, so can I have the $1 million up front, or like, what am I gonna do about work? Because I need to be able to work, and I need my
I'm sure
hands.
if you can put your fingers by the keys.
I would
It
struggle.
would be
They'd fire
big
me.
socks. You'd be
They
typing
would
very
fire
slow.
me because I'd be crappy at my job.
Then you'd have $1 million.
A year after a year.
She does have
You're
to
like-
survive until then. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'd give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it's $1 million. Why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's $1 million. I'd at least try it. So
I would be taking a lot of Zyrtec.
right.
My skin easily breaks out with stuff on my hands like that.
Oh,
So
imagine wool socks on your hands. Oh my god!
I would have to be taking Zyrtec every day. Oh, anyways, do you have any more?
I do. So, would you swim across a dark, alligator infested swamp at night for $1 million?
Yes.
No, no, I would not.
I would.
You're
For $1 million?
I wouldn't do it.
No, are you crazy?
Maybe.
I feel
I'm
like
not.
it really ensures getting eaten by an alligator.
At night during mating season.
It didn't say during mating season.
She's just making up her own.
I
So
don't
how
know.
big is this?
I guess
swamp?
it depends on how big it is. Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say. I guess it depends on how big it is. I don't know.
Swamps are usually pretty big, but I would say there's no rules on like what you wear and stuff. So I guess you could be protected. I still don't think I would do it though.
No, I wouldn't. No way.
Oh yeah, if I can choose what I can wear, or if you make a lot of noise and stuff, right? Alligators aren't going to come to you if you make a lot of noise. Just scream the whole time you're swimming across. I'm just saying, right?
Maybe
They
if
don't
they're really
really go
hungry. I
towards-
don't know.
Yeah, what if they're really
Yeah.
hungry? Would you still do it?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't know until I'm in the
No, I
water.
guess so.
It'd be too late then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Well, do we get it instead then, or
Pass on down to the family, or what happens? I don't know.
right? Yeah. I mean, she tried. Does that count for something?
It's funny that our questions almost align. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
really? Mine and yours? That is kind of
'Cause
funny.
the next one I picked was, would you swim across the lake for $1 million filled with harmless jellyfish? Which to me is an easy answer. Yeah, duh.
Yeah,
If they're
100%.
harmless jellyfish.
Yeah,
But
why
I just
aren't
thought it was
why
a cool
wouldn't you?
question. Yeah,
Actually, you're
exactly.
not going to say no to that.
I can't swim that well.
Yeah. That's true.
If I could
That
touch
was-
the bottom and just kind of hop
that's not so
across,
good.
I
You
mean,
gotta swim across the lake. I doubt there's not gonna be a lake that's not
That
too
low.
deep.
We call that a puddle.
yeah. I don't. If it was the ocean, it'd be different because you float.
Well, you can float in a lake.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably not because I can't swim, so I'd be like freaking out the whole time.
You would panic
I
yourself.
mean,
Yeah.
you guys see me in water, so.
That's funny.
So I have another one. Would you do a one-time mystery challenge, but you don't know what it is until you agree? For $1 million? Mystery.
Do
Yeah,
I
don't
get to know
about that.
anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
Until you agree.
Yep.
I would do it.
So what if it's like you gotta eat 100-year-old egg?
I'd try. For $1 million, I'm eating a 100-year-old egg.
Or like one of those gooey eyeballs that they show in Survivor.
For $1 million?
Fish eyes. What?
I'm eating it.
I was gonna say, I think that I would definitely do it. The only thing I wouldn't be able to do is, what was it, Survivor, where they ate that chicken thing? I can't remember what it was now, but there was somebody that had to. It was something with feathers on it, and there's no way I would be able to do that. Like
Oh yeah, it was an embryo. It was
I
a
would have to
chicken
just give
embryo.
up right then and there the minute I seen that. So
It was a baby chicken.
yeah, it was something like that.
Uh,
Yeah, it was gross,
But
but
I would
I think
try.
I would give it a shot. Yeah, for sure.
I would struggle, and I might fail because I'm not great at eating nasty things. Especially if I had a smell. If I had a smell, I'd really be done.
Oh.
But I would sure try for $1 million.
What about you, Shelly? You
wouldn't.
didn't answer it. You said you would.
No,
No, not
I
even
wouldn't
worth the shot.
because
Was-
well, maybe I would try, but I don't think I would get very far because if it was something really disgusting, I just couldn't like push it out of my mind. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think I could. I would try, depending on what it is. Maybe it's like eat this bowl of ice cream and you win $1 million. Okay.
Easiest $1 million ever.
Yeah, because I like ice cream. But
Okay, so I picked this one because it's kind of funny. I feel like it's really easy, but it's funny. So, would you let a mysterious, unseen person whisper in your ear every night as you fall asleep for a year for $1 million? Shelly's face.
I know.
what would they be whispering?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Anything.
I would.
Everything for a year.
I would. I don't have to see him. I mean, it's a mystery. You said unseen person, right?
It just whispers in your ear every night as you fall asleep.
Oh,
That's
and then
fine.
he's done.
I don't care.
And
Once
then
you fall asleep.
I guess, yeah, he goes away. He's not hanging out with you all night or anything. She wakes up
I
in the
don't
middle of
know.
the night and just hears him whisper. She's like,
I have a hard enough time falling asleep as it is, so I would be like, "You're being annoying right now, so you need to leave the room because there's like, I mean, although I told you guys what I listen to when I go to sleep, so maybe I don't know."
Just turn it into white noise. There you go.
Could be out
for $1
somebody
million.
on the street. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, for $1 million, I would try it, but he would probably get kicked out pretty quick. Unless it was Jeffafa and he was like, Shelly, come play Survivor.
If Jeff told you to play Survivor, I guess you'd be going to play Survivor, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't last very long, but yeah, I would go.
You get a personal invitation from Jeff. You'll go.
Yep. Make it happen, Victoria.
Yeah, okay. Let me get right on that. Oh, man.
What about you? You didn't answer it.
I would. I think I would block them out. I would ignore them. I probably wouldn't notice some nights, honestly.
Yeah.
It'd be the easiest $1 million ever for me. Like,
Wayne will be like, did you not hear him all night?
like, nope, what are you talking about? I could sleep through a hurricane.
Yeah, I think eventually I would get used to it, like you said, just
Yeah.
go to sleep. Or even in the beginning, I would eventually just get so tired I would fall asleep, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, that's true.
I'd be like, Wayne, put your machine on. That's my noise.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
gosh. My husband sleeps with a CPAP machine, so it's like a white noise for me, so it like helps me sleep. So but yeah.
Literally can't sleep without that.
Yeah, no.
It would just be another form of noise for you.
Right, I could almost turn it into like a white noise type thing. Yeah, I'll give it a color. We can give it some kind of color noise, and that's what it is.
Different color noise. My next question would be, for $1 million, would you do a 24-hour challenge in a pitch black haunted house? So you got to stay in a haunted house, pitch black, for 24 hours.
By yourself?
By yourself.
24 hours? Yes.
No.
It's only 24 hours for $1 million?
It's scary.
You could do anything for 24 hours.
Oh, maybe if I had a headset on or something and I could play really loud music and then I can't hear what's going on, then maybe. Because there's no stipulation, right? It didn't
Yeah, it
say that
doesn't
we
say
have.
any stipulations.
So I can just put a headset on and then I can wear sunglasses so I can't see.
Just bring your computer. You can hang out in Discord all night. I don't know.
Well, no, because they're going to have the white glare and then they're going to peek over the screen and I'll just get scared. So I'll just.
She
I
knows
don't
we'd
know.
all be jump scaring her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. You guys will all be.
She couldn't trust us for that.
Nope. No way.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just have my music on really loud or something.
24
And
hours.
I
You
would
can do anything for
turn.
24 hours.
So we can't turn on any lights, right?
Yeah, it says pitch black.
Oh man, that would.
Black.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'd probably try it and see how far I can go, but I think I'd be pretty scared. You guys see me at Halloween Horror Nights, okay? That was scary, and I wasn't by myself.
Not
All
even
right,
close.
so yeah,
I would definitely do it. I mean, I think that's a given for me, but it'd be a pretty easy $1 million
I think
for
I
me.
could do it for $1 million. It'd be easy. Yep.
I mean, I'd probably even do it for less than that, to be honest. But
Yeah, I would. I'd do it for half the price, honestly.
I mean,
24
I'd
hours?
actually probably have fun doing it, to be honest. It's a haunted house. I mean, I'm in pitch
Yeah.
black, but it's a haunted house. I can talk to the spirits. I can whatever, see what I can find. You never know.
Unless
never
they're
know.
evil. And,
right.
I mean, unless they're evil,
There's
then I'll
that.
be fighting for my life all night. But either way, it's fine.
24 hours, right.
It didn't say I couldn't bring like sage or salt or something with me, right? It didn't say I
Yeah,
couldn't bring any of that.
No rules. Better come prepared.
Yeah.
Good or the
Have all
bad.
my stuff with me.
Yeah. Yep.
I have one more. We have time for another one.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have one more as well, so works out.
Okay, so would you hike up Mount Everest, but you get carried halfway up, half of the way? So you only have to climb half of the way up. Would you do it? Would you go do Everest?
No. I could not trust somebody to hold me up a mountain.
That's her her issue is that she can't trust them. Oh gosh.
Do you think they would just throw you off or drop you?
That they'd be tired. They're doing the second half carrying me. That sounds exhausting. What if they fall? What if they die? Like they just fall off.
Well, what if they
like,
carry you just the first part halfway up, and then you hike the rest of the way up to the top? You'll be well rested.
But you'd be very cold.
oh,
Well, you
yeah,
have
you
all
would
the
be.
winter gear. You would have all of the gear that you possibly need.
How am I getting down? Are
You
they
have
coming to get me?
climb down. You have to climb down.
She's
It's
like, you have to-
always faster to go down than it is to go up.
It's still gonna be cold to
But
go
you
down.
have all
I
the
wouldn't do it.
gear.
I wouldn't do it.
Not even for $1 million.
No.
It
No.
only takes a few hours to get to the top.
Just a few hours, huh? You make it.
I don't think
If you
that's
make it.
accurate.
I don't think so either,
I'm
but
sorry, I
don't
don't
think
know.
that's
I'm just
accurate.
kidding.
I think it takes much longer than that, but yeah, I don't think I'd risk it.
No, I think it's
don't
like days. I think
Yeah.
it takes days because there's like there's
yeah, because you got to
camps.
stop and camp, and
Yeah.
you got to learn how to camp in the cold.
But you're
that cold.
experienced. You're an experienced climber.
Oh, I'm an experienced climber now.
Yes, you're an experienced climber.
no, I still wouldn't do it. My answer is no.
Well, I wouldn't either.
All this fight.
I think
no,
literally
I,
arguing for it.
I would be. So for me, it's the heights thing. I'm not afraid of heights, but like I get in my head if I'm like really high up on someplace and I look down and I'm like, oh, that's a long way down.
You're not supposed to look down, Shelly.
I know you're not supposed to look down, but I would because I'm curious.
I mean,
You
if
know?
I'm an experienced climber, I have all the gear, like I have somebody like 100% trained that knows how to like cook my food and make sure I'm warm, I'd probably do it. But I mean, that requires a lot. So
You have to trust somebody to carry you halfway up.
it's fine. They can carry me. Can I pick who carries me? I mean, I don't know.
I guess, probably. I guess I have trust issues. What to tell you? All right, I have one
It
more.
shows, I guess.
Right. I have one more. So, would you let a complete stranger pick a random tattoo for you? You have no input, no peeks, no takebacks for $1 million.
Do they get to pick where it goes?
No, you get to pick where it goes. They pick everything else, and you can't see what it is
Ugh.
until
Even the
it's done.
size?
I would say, yeah. They get to pick. You get to pick where it goes. They pick everything else.
I would do it, I guess. For $1 million?
So as
It doesn't take much to get it removed.
as a person that only has one tattoo, me, and it's a little tattoo, really hurt me. So I don't know if I could. 'Cause it would probably be like this big massive piece that I would get, okay, put it on my back, so whatever. But I don't
That's
know.
why you tell them a small area.
Oh. I want it on my pinky finger.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
you said you put it here. I mean, they really can only make it that big. So
Yeah, I would do it then if I could choose. Yeah, I would do that.
you get to pick where it goes. That's what I said. I'd put it on like the bottom of my foot or something. I don't know.
I know that would hurt, but yeah, I agree.
Might
It
hurt
would have to go
for $1 million.
somewhere it would have to go somewhere hidden just in case I didn't like it.
Right.
I would still do it though. I would do it for $1 million, yeah.
For $1 million?
And if
Yeah.
worse come to worse, I mean, I
I'll
can
use
take
some
that
of the
$1 million
million.
bucks and go have it
Right.
taken back off.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not gonna cost me the full $1 million, so I'll still have some.
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun. Very interesting learning all that.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty good.
Remember, guys, our schedule is every Wednesday at 8 a.m. So we will see you guys next week.
And we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
That's it for this episode of the 28th Angle podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us on our socials at the 28th Angle podcast for more updates and behind the scenes content.
Until next time, keep looking at life from every angle.
Especially the 28th.